Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Daniels. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go right back to him. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Looking for a man. It's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, you can tell QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth-quarter game.
He makes the catch. And a sweet catch, and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. And the Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Using his feet. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a man. It's Knight. He's got him. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And I love that the defense was ready for the speed out wide. This offense, you're going to see more and more of it as the game goes along. They love to use his speed to run across the formation. You can run away from defenders, run away from zone coverage, but they were all dialed in. They broke on it, and they made the nice tackle.
They make the stop, but not before he gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Calls his own number. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And the Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Quarterback keeper. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, like the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big 3rd down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Underwood. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field, to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running to the left. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Here's Underwood to throw. They're working that left side. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Rides to back and leaves it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They've been really good moving the chains on third down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive. They want to run this quarterback. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs. And a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
And the Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Underwood. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a...
There's some room. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk him down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Williams open on the right side. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He'll take it himself. There's a crease. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They get to the line quickly.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback keeps it. Makes it past the marker. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Rebels. And into the end zone with a breakaway score.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snags it, and there's running room. The 20. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Daniels.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expect him to get the ball again.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. On the move. Maybe some room here. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Using the quick game.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Play action with Underwood. Good timing on the quick out. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. Makes the grab in their space. Past the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How about he dropped back to pass twice on this drive so far? He's thrown 2 completions and chewed up over half the field. This offense, this QB, dialed in, understanding what he's seeing, and he is putting his foot down and being aggressive, taking shots down the field, and now this offense in great scoring position.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Conner.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Memphis taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's the Tigers eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They are on top here in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Going long. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Buchanan. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Throwing, Underwood. Swings it out to the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Making side adjustments here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Michigan! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Daniels. Picks up the first down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Daniels. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Knight. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Daniels. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. looking to get it in. Stumbled to the ground. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Big fella moving. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Daniels. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Sangapavatelli. The short hands, it's Cunningham. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front.
But, and he's got room. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks the tackle. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. right back to the well. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
The big fella, the tight end.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Got the quick pass. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll run it from the gun. There's a little room there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Got his man. He's loose. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Big Blue with the response.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by one possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and force the incompletion.
The run inside. It's Daniels. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They're going to ride this running back.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Jaron Kiave Songopolitelli fires left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. And they got him.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Daniels. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. JKS makes the grab. It's Cunningham. And just a short... pass play, they pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Running inside, it's Daniels. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Rebels. The Rebels surge back on top.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Underwood. Got his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Steps away. He's going to take off. Turns it on in midfield. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Maybe a crease. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Wolverines! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead. Big Blue with the answer.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing off.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Sargopovatelli. Zings it complete to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Well, they get a big play right there, and they've got a quarterback now who has been in a lot of 2-minute situations. They drill this all the time in practice. He's the leader. He's the guy that can win this game. It's going to come down to him understanding when to clock the ball, how to throw the ball and get it out of bounds to put themselves in a position to win.
He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. Throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will keep it. Could be an alley. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Not all close games are created equal, but this one